Have you ever imagined a family where parents, after decades of love and raising their children, quietly decide to cut ties? We're all familiar with adult children stepping away from their parents, but a silent, deeply painful trend is now profoundly reshaping families. Baby boomers are making the agonizing choice to reduce so, or even completely sever contact with their adult children. This isn't a simple misunderstanding or a temporary spat. It's a hidden phenomenon, often shrouded in immense shame and silence, that shatters the long-held belief that family bonds are somehow unbreakable. Prepare yourself as we unravel the shocking, complex truths behind why these parents are resorting to such an unthinkable decision. First, let's confront a major pressure point pushing many boomer parents to their absolute limit: the relentless strain of financial entitlement. For a growing number of these parents, the feeling is undeniable. They've become a perpetual ATM for adult children who have developed a deeply ingrained sense of entitlement to their parents' hard-earned resources. This isn't about an occasional helping hand. We're talking about sustained expectations for help with rent, car payments, even student loan debt well into their 30s and 40s, or, in some cases, outright demands for a premature inheritance. The stark reality is, as boomers face their own golden years, they're often battling dwindling retirement savings, escalating inflation, and rapidly rising healthcare costs. They simply cannot sustain this endless financial pipeline. When years of attempting to set firm boundaries repeatedly fail, some parents reach an agonizing breaking point, concluding that complete estrangement is the only drastic measure left to safeguard their own precarious financial future. But money, as powerful as it is, rarely tells the whole story. Beyond the financial drain lies an even more profound, soul-crushing burden: the sheer exhaustion from navigating an adult child's unresolved mental health or addiction issues. Parenting, as countless boomers will attest, simply doesn't cease when a child turns 18. Many of these parents have endured decades of trying to support an adult child through relentless crises, countless therapy sessions, and expensive rehab programs, often at tremendous personal and financial cost. They've poured unimaginable emotional energy and resources into trying to fix deeply rooted problems. Yet, despite this unending love and sacrifice, they frequently arrive at a point of utter emotional and physical depletion. The heartbreaking realization dawns that their continued loving involvement is no longer genuinely helping, but is, in fact, enabling the destructive behaviors to persist. This heart-wrenching decision to step back is not an absence of love. It's an agonizing act of self-preservation and, for some, a desperate final attempt to force their child to confront reality and take accountability for their own life. It's a painful choice born from enduring a level of strain that most cannot fathom. Adding another volatile layer to this complex family dynamic is the stark clash of core values. The world has transformed dramatically since the boomer generation came of age, and with that evolution, a profound, often unbridgeable ideological chasm has opened between them and their adult children. This isn't just about minor disagreements. It can manifest in deeply entrenched political divides so severe that, as some parents have chillingly revealed, they might consider cutting ties if their child votes for a different political party. It extends to fundamentally differing views on critical social issues or conflicting lifestyle choices that simply feel irreconcilable. While healthy, resilient families typically navigate differing opinions, sometimes the ideological chasm becomes too vast, too polarizing, to bridge without constant conflict. A parent might feel their most deeply held beliefs and values are relentlessly disrespected, attacked, or even mocked within the very relationship they once cherished. After years of feeling alienated, judged, or emotionally battered by their own child, some boomers are choosing to distance themselves, desperately seeking a semblance of peace and personal integrity in their lives. Perhaps one of the quietest, yet most powerfully corrosive reasons for parental estrangement is the profound lack of reciprocity and appreciation. Any healthy relationship thrives on mutual exchange, yet many parents initiating this separation feel their connection with their adult child has become devastatingly one-sided. They are the constant givers, providing emotional support, offering financial aid, delivering practical help, yet receive little to no genuine appreciation, respect, or even basic consideration in return. The adult child might rarely initiate contact, perhaps only reaching out when there's a need or a favor to be asked, showing a shocking disinterest in their parents' life, well-being, or struggles. One poignant example comes from a devoted father who shared his heartbreak, despite spending a lot of time with his children growing up. Now, as adults, they live just an hour away, but never come visit me or invite me to visit them. They rarely call or text me. This crushing lack of gratitude and the draining, non-reciprocal dynamic can lead to deep, festering feelings of hurt and resentment, eventually compelling the parent to withdraw from a relationship that provides nothing but emotional depletion. This feeling of being utterly taken for granted, of being used, can be the final, irreparable crack. For many parents, the ultimate, gut-wrenching decision to step away comes only after enduring years, sometimes even decades, of deeply disrespectful or emotionally abusive behavior. This isn't merely about occasional arguments or misunderstandings. It can manifest as relentless criticism, insidious manipulation, overt verbal aggression, or even the cruel, deliberate exclusion from significant family milestones. Particularly those involving grandchildren, there comes a crucial point where a parent finally, decisively, chooses that they will no longer tolerate being treated poorly. Regardless of who is delivering the disrespect, this act of cutting off adult children isn't a vengeful punishment or an act of malice. It is, at its core, a powerful act of setting an absolute, unbreakable boundary. It is a desperate measure to fiercely protect their own mental and emotional health, a declaration that their personal well-being matters and that the sacred bond of family does not. Under any circumstances, grant a license for abuse or profound disrespect. It's a profound battle for personal integrity and peace. Ultimately, the choice for parents to cut off their adult children is almost never, ever made lightly. It is an excruciating, agonizing, and truly last resort decision, typically arriving only after years of profound pain, countless agonizing attempts at reconciliation, and the bitter taste of repeated, failed efforts. It represents a deep, enduring loss, the crushing loss of a once cherished relationship, the haunting erosion of shared memories, and the shattering of the future they so lovingly envisioned for their family. These parents often find themselves grieving in profound isolation, a heartbreaking reality compounded by a pervasive societal stigma. Society, it seems, is generally far more prepared to offer sympathy to an abandoned child than to a parent who, against every natural instinct, feels compelled to walk away. This silence, this societal reluctance to acknowledge their immense pain, only serves to amplify their suffering. Understanding this complex tapestry of reasons is the essential first step toward having a more compassionate, honest, and truly empathetic conversation about the evolving, sometimes fractured, nature of the modern family. What are your thoughts on this challenging and painful trend? Have you witnessed or experienced parental estrangement from either side? And what do you believe are the core factors driving these agonizing decisions? How do you think family bonds are being redefined in our rapidly changing world? And what responsibilities do both parents and adult children truly hold in fostering healthier connections, or navigating these incredibly difficult realities? Share your perspectives and insights in the comments section below.